I've got a question here from Joe Hass, and Joe Hass asks, best advice for learning to pop up on a shortboard?
I think popping up in general it's a bad name that we've given it a pop-up, because it's actually ideally more of a slide up. And I think we're obsessed with turning the takeoff into a burpee. And a lot of the time that means the person is rushed and it throws them off balance. Whereas if you look at any sort of pro surfer, their takeoff is very minimalistic. It's a lot slower and it's a lot lower than people expect. So they're not popping up into a vertical position. They're actually sliding up into a low ready position, because by the time a good surfer has popped up or has taken off or slid up, they're going straight into a turn. They've picked their line, they're ready by the time by the time they're 4 strokes into their positioning. So I think, having the mindset that it's going to be a pop-up is the first potential error. We need to actually calm things down. That's one of my most common advice points is like, hey, why are you rushing? Slow down. And even to the point of spending a quarter of a second in that prone position. So like holding the surfboard out with straight arms in front of you whilst you've already caught the wave, just sort of gliding for a moment can be a good cue to actually pull people back into a nice flowing rhythm, as opposed to trying to control the wave. Because we really have to fit in our surfing with the wave. Because often, unless you're in a wave pool, it's always different, isn't it? The shape, the pace, everything changes. There's no wave that's the same. So, yeah.
You see people on the beach, on the sand, jumping up, or images of people on ironing boards at home. I'm sure I saw that once. Is there benefit to that, just with relation to this question of popping up or sliding forward, or however you would say it? Or is it only something you can learn in the water?
I think there's benefit. The main prescription I give people, if they've got mobility issues or they're sort of struggling with their pop-up and they want to practice it at home, is to actually practice yogic movements. So especially that movement from downward dog to a low lunge, that tends to really help people, because what you're doing is you're helping them create space in that sort of plane, like from the hips up, because the more space we have under the body here, the easier it is for the legs to just slide through, into that pop-up position. So that's generally the only thing that I would prescribe. Never burpees, never push-ups. I think that stuff just doesn't transfer.